Hi, everyone. My name is Ara Oghoorian. I'm with ACAP Advisors and Accountants. We are a full-service wealth management firm, a CPA firm. And today I wanted to bring in an expert who can really help us demystify and explain this new SBA Disaster Loan Program. And who else better to bring than Ryan Roques with Mission Valley Bank. Ryan is a vice president of SBA at Mission Valley Bank. And he knows a lot about SBA loans, and I thought he can help us really understand and dig deeper into this new, or not so much new, but SBA Disaster Loan Program. So Ryan, tell us a little bit about yourself and kind of what you do, and we can jump right into some of the key attributes of the SBA program.
Hi, Ara. Thank you for bringing me on and for the opportunity to help where I can in this situation. I know it's difficult times for the small business owners. I've been doing SBA loans for quite some time, and I'm currently the vice president of SBA for Mission Valley Bank.
Great, thanks, Ryan. So why don't we just start off with saying, what is this SBA Disaster Loan Program? How does that work?
The SBA Disaster Loan Program is designed to help the small business owners that may be affected by this COVID-19 situation right now, particularly with the expenses that they may incur during this time, even though business may not be what it was, even a month or so ago. It's specifically designed to help them with their working capital needs as of right now for the next 6 months, but that could be expanded.
Okay, what are the terms of these loans that these borrowers can get?
Terms of the loans, they are 3.75 fixed loans for amortized over 30 years. So that is the maximum amortization is for 30 years. Now, in speaking with those that are in direct contact and receiving updates from the SBA, they do believe that they will amortize it out for the full 30-year term in most cases. However, if the SBA decides that the small business owner is able to pay that back in a shorter term amortization period, they may decide to do that as well. But as of right now, they expect that most who apply will receive the full 30-year amortization term.
And just to confirm, this is directly for small businesses that are affected by the disaster, in this case, COVID-19, right?
Yes, this is directly for the small business owners, and this is for the ones who are particularly affected by the COVID-19 situation.
And how much can these businesses borrow?
They can borrow up to $2 million per individual. So that is a maximum amount. That does not mean that if you apply, you're going to automatically get $2 million. That is the maximum amount that a individual is allowed to receive, and the SBA will determine how much the individual is actually able to receive based on their expenses that they're going to incur. They want to be able to apply this loan to the working capital expenses that a small business owner may incur for the next 6 months. So if you are applying for an SBA loan for this disaster loan particularly, what many of the CDCs are suggesting to applicants that are applying right now is put together your working capital expenses for a year and then apply for half of that.
Okay. For some people who don't know what working capital is, obviously we're in the banking industry and in finance, we know what working capital is, but why don't you define that? What encompasses this working capital? What can they use the money for?
Yes, what they are going to perceive as working capital would be your rent, your accounts payable, your payroll for employees. And again, this may differ from business to business, but these can all be included in what's considered working capital and are expected to be submitted and approved by the SBA for the loan amount.
I mean, it sounds like a really great program. I mean, you get essentially very low cost funding sources to be able to pay your rent and pay your expenses that you would have otherwise not been able to pay because of this disaster, right?
Yes, it is a really good loan, and I would advise those that are being affected by this COVID-19 situation to apply for this loan. It's a great loan, and it's not something that is not, in the term, some people are viewing it as a grant and kind of hard to get, difficult to get in that sense, but it's not. The understanding right now is that most that apply for it should be able to receive it, especially if they're eligible small business owners.
Okay. And are there any collateral requirements for the businesses?
There is no collateral requirement. However, if you do have extra collateral available, the SBA will take an interest in that collateral up to the amount of which you borrow. So they want to be fully collateralized on their loan. So if you are receiving a disaster loan for $500,000, if you have equity in one of either your house or another property for $600,000, then they would take an interest on that property. However, if you have 4 other properties, they would not need to take an interest on those properties if they're fully collateralized with the just one property.
Okay, that's good to know. Obviously, a lot of businesses are affected right now. How long does it take if someone applies right now? How long does it take for them to actually get that money?
Well, on the website, it says that they would like to have a decision for the individual within 2 to 3 business days. They are inundated, so I would probably assume that it may take a little longer than that. And they are saying that they're trying to get funding out to individuals within 30 days, but obviously they're going to be very inundated, and you may want to give them a little longer than that.
Okay. And is there anything else that we didn't discuss already that's worthwhile to know, like any key points that people should keep in mind?
When you apply for this disaster relief loan, a lot of the forms that you may be asked to fill out are going to be the same forms that you need to fill out for an actual SBA loan. So, they are going to a personal your personal finances, your tax returns, things that you need, 4506T, things that you need when you apply for a regular loan are also going to be required for this loan. Also, the website is going to be very busy and it may not come up at some time. So if you're trying to apply during business hours, you may not be able to get through. I have suggested to some individuals, and it has worked for them, to actually apply when not too many people are expected to be on the site. So they may want to apply later at night, 12 a.m., 2 a.m., from 3 a.m. People have applied during these times. They are accepting applications 24 hours, and you may have better chances of getting through to the website during these off hours where not as many people are on.
So I guess that brings us to the most important question. How does someone apply? Where do they go?
They would have to apply directly through the SBA and their website, and that would be www.sba.gov. And if this is not something to where they can put an application through the bank or through a different lender, they have to apply directly through the SBA, and it's on their website.
Okay. Well, Ryan, thank you very much for really helping us go through some of the key points of this SBA Disaster Loan Program. Obviously, we just touched on really some high-level items, but for anyone that's watching this, if you want to get some more information, please reach out to Ryan directly or reach out to me. We'll have our contact information below. We'll also have all the information and the resources that we just described also in the notes section. Brian, thank you again for participating, and look forward to helping some people out with these loans.
You are. I hope this helps.